Welcome back to the Wednesday Icon Talk. This is yours truly, His Excellency Dakar. And beside me, I have my co host and the founder of the show, Her Excellency Attorney Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, Chaplain. And tonight we're interviewing
Our woman of power. Whoop!
there it is.
Yes.
That's right. Our
Thank
main
you, thank you.
Yes, our main guest tonight is Dr. Patricia McDougall, Chaplain, who is the CEO of Patricia's Professional Photos, LLC, and she does photography, videography, and she is GODSU's official photographer. And now, without any further ado, interviewing her, our Chancellor, Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks. Please take it away.
Well, awesome, awesome. And this is one of my favorite people. And so I am so happy. She's featured in our magazine, as you can
That's right.
see, and I'm going to be reading her bio from the magazine. Assistant Dean, Dr. Patricia McDougall, CEO of Patricia's Professional Photos LLC. Patricia McDougall is the founder and chief executive officer of Patricia's Professional Photos LLC, which is located in Washington, D.C. However, don't be fooled. She's traveled with us all over the country, and she's been all over the world spreading her gift of photography. She is renowned for providing services at iconic places and history making events and in Washington, D.C. So you may have seen her with the Congress folks, with the senators taking their photos, even the president. We have one of her with him. Including the White House. That's what it says. The White House, the U.S. Congress, the State Department, international organization, embassies. Remember, we were at the Ghanaian embassy, and there she was. The Nigerian
Yes.
embassy, there she was. Academic institutions and faith-based organizations. She has also provided services to corporate, government agencies, nonprofit organizations, private, social businesses, cultural celebrations, anniversaries, weddings, and more. And even on Zoom, she's able to attend your event on Zoom and to capture the event and take pictures of the folks on Zoom. So she's fantastic. She's also a radio host and producer of Patricia McDougall's On the Scene Celebrity Photographer, which is aired every Sunday at 2 p.m. on WLVS. She was awarded the Joe Mann's Black Wall Street Award, President's Angel Award by the National Congress of Black Women, and voted one of the top Black female photographers in the Washington, D.C. area, and nominated by the Caribbean and African Faith-Based Leadership Conference, and received an honorary doctorate of humane letters for humanitarian work and ministerial work here at Global Over Days Seminary and University, where she also did her chaplaincy or earned a chaplaincy. She's received the DMV Social Media of the Year Award from VIP Events Concierge. Her work graces the cover of books and various magazines, including the Empower You magazine here at GODSU. Her work can also be seen on national television at the many events that she covers. Dr. Patricia McDougall also works at Howard University Faculty Senate Office. She received her education from Howard University School of Business and North Virginia College, and of course here at Global Over Days Seminary University. And when you do get the magazine, you will see her with some of your favorite celebrities, from Lou Gossett to Denzel Washington to Oprah Winfrey. I can just go on and on and on, but they can't touch this one. What does MC Hammer say? Can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
That's right. Can't touch her. She's amazing. So without waiting, I want to ask you, tell us about your journey to success, because you're so successful.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much, Dr. Diane. Thank you, Dakar. It's a pleasure to be highlighted here today on your show, the GODSU Icon Talk. It is just fabulous. I watch it all the time. And so, for myself, I do so many things. I am so blessed. It wasn't something that I wanted to do as a photographer. It's just something that somebody said, Patricia, you take beautiful pictures. Just highlight things. And I was just taking the trees and the grass, and then somebody said, can you take my picture? And I said, sure. And then once I started doing that, everybody wanted to hire me. I didn't even know if I should charge or just, go in there and just take pictures just to be taking it. And then I just fell in love with it because everybody was just pulling my coat, like saying, okay, here it is. Can you come and take my picture? And I go, sure. So it just kind of rolled on to me for the success of being a photographer. And, being in DC, like you said, it's an amazing place to be. I am affiliated with so many different venues from all the embassies. I'm going to say all the embassies. I've been to all of them, and a Ronald Reagan building, everywhere. And the place that I enjoy the most is Howard University because it's a culture. It's people that come from all over the world, and so to capture the essence of that and to be employed by them, of course, and also to be a photographer, it's an amazing time, an amazing place to be, at this time. And I just love being a photographer. And I
Well,
love people, so there.
you. But I have met and seen many people who want to be photographers, who are photographers, but they don't get, assigned to take the entire Congressional Black Caucus and to be the official photographer at all the hottest, most outstanding events the way you do. Tell us how you got to that point.
That's an interesting subject because when I'm out there, especially at Congressional Black Caucus, I give you a perfect example. There's so many people in the room and there's so many photographers and they're taking millions of pictures, right? And here's me just standing there. I used to start out behind the line, and then they put me in front of the line. Then they put me behind the stage. As a matter of fact, I was at a prayer breakfast, the last one that we had, the big one, and Kamala Harris, bless her heart, that who is the VP now of the U.S. I was actually her photographer and Dr. Skinner's photographer, and I was actually in the back taking the pictures. And when I showed up, the person who was taking pictures says, "No, you can't be here." And I said, "Oh no, I am the official photographer
Right.
for Congressional Black Caucus for Dr. Skinner and Dr. Harris." Well, I'm not going to say Dr. Harris because she is the vice president of the United States, right? And so it was an honor to be there. But not just that. Um, everybody can be a photographer and everybody can hold a camera, right? But personality goes with the camera. So if you have personality and you have a camera in your hand and you connect with the people that you're taking the picture of, that's what separates a photographer from just a person taking a picture. And so I think when I go in the room, I mean, I always hear it, I feel it because I show the love that comes through the camera. And
Mhm.
people that take the picture, they just say, "Okay, just stand there," and they take the picture. And I give off the energy to say, "You're the most beautiful person in the room, and I have to capture this photo." And then they go, "Oh my goodness, yes." And then when I show them the picture, they are so done. So that separates me, I think, from a lot of photographers because I've heard that photographers are cold and they just direct you to where to go and they don't make it personable, but I make it personable.
You do. And I've been the subject of many of your photos, and you make me look so great. So I'm
Yeah.
so happy for it. And you're so much more than a photographer. You're a celebrity yourself, You have your various shows,
Yes.
and you're just an outstanding individual. What are some of the initiatives that you're doing right now as a leader, Dr. Patricia?
Well, I tell you, I'm wearing many hats, right? So as a leader, of course, working at Howard University and working with my team over there with the faculty senate, that's number one, right? To make sure we're all doing what we're supposed to do. And then also I actually work as, for how you say, my brain is going dead, but I do so many different things right about now, right? So I'm also doing photography on the side, right? And I actually I'm doing videography. I don't have my radio show yet, right? But it's gonna be back up and running really soon. Don't worry. But I work. So I'm gonna tell you what I did this year as this whole pandemic started. I was actually one of the people who did the virus testing, the coronavirus testing. So I would go out every single weekend and stand and help to feed the people who, are in need of food. We gave out the turkeys. I was with Wanda Durant. I was with Dr. Mitchum, Denise Mitchum. I was so many different people giving the COVID testing, and sat there and watched the cars pull up for the various foods that we gave out, whether it's a turkey, whether it's a chicken, whether it's a meal for the day. So I think I gave back by being a part of it, taking the picture, capturing the event, highlighting it on social media, which everybody loves, of course, and then being able to communicate with the people who came up to me and said, this is like the best thing ever because we're really struggling in the community. And so I gave back by showing up and helping them to make sure that everything ran smoothly, on top of taking the pictures and the video of the events that we did doing the COVID testing.
And that's what's so remarkable about how you multitask and you're so talented. I've seen you before at big events and you're doing both the photography and the videography, and smiling, and people want to take pictures with you. That's the thing, is that I've seen you in rooms where you're taking the pictures and people are coming, well, you're a celebrity. Can I take a picture with you? Well, and so the humility, your kindness, joy that you bring is fantastic. And you have been a foundational member here at GODSU. You have helped to build this institution, not only bringing yourself and your talent, but also bringing several nominees with you. What was your graduation experience at GODSU?
Well, let me tell you, it's so interesting that you should bring up that subject because it was definitely an experience. When I first met Diane and I talked to her for so long, the conversation was so interesting. And I had three things going on at the same time. And you kept going back and you were just telling me all about God. And I wanted to hear it. And you go, you got to read about it. You got to follow up. You got to see, look at it. Stop what you're doing. Just do it. And I said, well, I'm so busy, but I'm going to stop what I'm doing. And you know what? It ended up with me having to be a part of GODSU. It's like a family, and GODSU, they look after you, they follow up with you, they're teachers, they're loving teachers. They make sure that you're enriched with not just being enriched by knowing the Lord and knowing about the Bible, but they connect you to other people who are in need of connecting to know the power and the love that we have as Christians. And so GODSU is a family. I can't even say you guys are a family and I love you to death, but it is a family all by itself because you connect your dots. You make sure that we all get how you say empowered. You're always empowering everybody. And what I love about it is, especially Dakar, I remember when he just started out and he was doing his shows and it was just him and over there. And every morning I said to myself, my goodness, he's waking up so early and he's giving the word and I'm trying to listen to him. I'm so tired. And the next day he's back at it again. And then I say, oh my goodness, I need to wake up and just listen to what he has to say because he's just so calm and collect. And then I get a special from you when you come on and go, oh, Dr. Diane's going to be on, so I really got to listen to this, right? And you give us a word. You give us a word for the day. You connect to people. You put together the Bible and you put in pictures of people, of dignitaries, you had a beautiful piece in there on Obama. And then you added us to the collection when we had, events. And you said, Patricia, you want your own Bible. And you just, even though it's the Bible, yes, the Bible is sacred, but you added to it so it could have more of a meaning because it was mine. You made it personable. So I always said, and it's pretty reasonable too, right? And then you brought out the magazine, and the magazine, oh my goodness. Can you show the magazine? It's phenomenal. The magazine, when you pick it up, it started out with a few pages. Now, look at the picture. That's me and Obama in there when I met him at Howard University years ago. And look at that. He was, I think he was a senator. I don't even know. I think he was. And then he became the president. And I got, I was able to have the opportunity to, take a picture with him. But more importantly is, I was able to share my pictures through you. So I appreciate that because you put those photos in the books and the magazine that Dakar created. You sent it all over the world. It is amazing. And in my travels of taking pictures, I have taken pictures with Oprah when they opened up the African Museum in DC. I actually followed her around and took pictures of her. And when she first got to see her piece over there, And you actually put that in your book. Even Kobe Bryant, I even met Kobe Bryant, and I forgot. And then when they said, "Oh, you got some pictures," so I gave a picture and he put it in the book. And so you highlighted those things. And even though they're just pictures, they really are just pictures. It's the way you present the book. You highlight everybody in the book. And graduation for me, to be able to receive a doctorate, an honorary doctorate, I mean, it was one of the best days I've had in a long time. You made me feel so proud, but more importantly, you connected me to your family and to the family that you have your outreach of other people who have received their doctorate. And we connect, there's a connection there. So I really appreciate the family that you bring to me and my family through God.
That's awesome. And the great news, Dr. Patricia, we added 3,000 new courses this January, self-development, personal development, and entrepreneurial courses. And we have our African-American History Living series coming up the 27th of February, and it's going to be outstanding. We have over 30 professors here at GODSU that will be teaching. And of course, we're going to have you there. And we're just so excited, you know, to have folks of your caliber, your level, an icon, you know, and when you're in a room with icons in your area and somebody else is an icon in their area, we want you to connect. We want you to network. We want you to build and build and build, and then use that knowledge to lift somebody else up. So that's what we do here. And how has being associated with GODSU, Global Over-Day Seminary University, affect you accomplishing your definite purpose?
Well, I tell you, there's so, you know, we go on in life and we just like, you know, especially now we're home, we're by ourselves, we don't really mingle too much outside. But every time I think of GODSU and I turn on my computer and I see how you embrace everybody, you keep it going, you don't stop, you don't let up. And then I say to myself, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, wait a minute, I feel like I'm going backwards. And then I listen to you and I go forward. So you actually make me feel special to be a part of GODSU, because you enlighten people and you uplift people in so many forces that being a part of GODSU, I feel proud and honored to have received a doctorate from GODSU. I truly, I must say that I enjoy every aspect of all the people you bring to talk to me, that I speak to them, I see them on your show, all of your key presentations. Dakar, you do a fabulous job. I mean, you're outstanding. I mean, seriously, I watched him grow to, you know, where you are now. And I applaud you for all the stuff that you, people don't even know what you do. I want to put it out there so the world can know what you do, because I could see you. Who knows? You may be the next president. But look at that. But as far as GODSU, it is an honor to be associated with GODSU. And we want everybody to be associated with GODSU because they're family. And they're about uplifting everybody that comes in connection with GODSU. And when you have a family like that, it's a lifetime family. It's not somebody say, oh, I'm here for a day, but it is a lifetime. And it doesn't leave you, because you said that in the beginning. You said, if you're part of the family, we're never going to leave you. You're going to be fine. And, you know, you take it in the, you know, oh, yeah, she said that, right? But you really meant it. Yeah. So every time I have a conversation with someone about GODSU, they go, oh, Diane's calling you again. Yeah, she's making sure we know the word.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I want to thank you because not only His Excellency Dakar, but Her Excellency Sudan and
I was going to say.
Yes, at doing, you know, just what he's doing here. And you are the first person to put a professional camera in their hand, both for photography and videography, and now they're experts, and you taught them.
Oh,
you see,
my. Oh, my.
Is we connect people with the best in the world, you know, at what they do with others, and you transfer that knowledge.
That's
You
right.
remember?
Yes,
Right here, you traveled all the way from DC to Florida, and you taught the junior ambassadors about photography and videography, and now they every one of them have their own shows. You started that. Yes.
Oh, Look at that. You know, it's amazing. And I'm so happy that they have this show. And people think because, you know, you have a show, okay, but a show is a lot of work. I actually had my show for 2 years. I did not stop. I uplifted everybody on that show. I brought on performance. I had people just talk about whatever they did. I just had them talk just to take over the show. And that's exactly what you do. You just have them, you have your group right there, your children, your love, all of them doing what you inspired them to do. And I watched them and they are amazing. Oh my goodness. And you always look so good. I mean, you wake up in the morning, 7 in the morning, and I go, well, maybe I need to put something on nice too, right? You do a fabulous job. Oh my goodness. I love all of you.
Gorgeous. You're absolutely out there gorgeous. Dr. Patricia, everybody wants to be able to reach out to you, both to be on your show and to book you for photography, videography, as well as to have you on their show as a celebrity. Tell us how they can reach out to you.
Well, I tell you, I have lots of Facebook page, but if you really want to reach out to me, my email is pmcdougall6@gmail.com. That's PMCDOUGALL6@gmail.com. And you could even call me because that's how, you know, I'm very personable like that. So my number is 571-309-7857. It's 571-309-7857. And you can call me not anytime, but through the day, of course, right? But, you know, book early. I am still taking pictures. I'm doing lots of videos and photos, and I do one-on-ones personal. So, and my websites, I have quite a few, but if you just Google my name, Patricia McDougall on the scene, you'll find me. Or patriciamcdougallphotos.com, where you'll see a million pictures of so many celebrities. And you'll just be there all day. You'll call me and say, well, wow, where's my photo? And I'll have to, you know, steer you to your photo. Because I'm sure I've taken it, right?
Outstanding. And you're so beautiful. My goodness.
Thank you. Thank you.
Much is behind. Well, at this time, I'm going to thank you for being our woman of power. Whoop!
There it is.
There she is. And I'm going to hand this over to my handsome co-host who styled me today and is looking pretty stylish himself.
You're looking really fine. Look at him just growing out.
So take it away.
Yes, thank you. And now let's get started with our outstanding global workers. First, we have helping with administrative work, our Vice Chancellor, His Excellency, Dr. Moore-Eubanks Chaplain, who's the CEO of Global Alliance Technical Services, followed by the three helping with course development, Dean Imam Dr. Talib Sharif Chaplain, President and Imam of Nations Mosque, Masjid Muhammad. We have Dr. Daniel Porte, GODSU Board Advisor and CEO of Professional Management Enterprising, Inc., helping with professorship, Imam Dr. Alhad Talib Abdul Rashid, and he is the Imam of the Mosque of Islamic Brotherhood, Inc.
So I am in my 31st year as the Imam of the Mosque of Islamic Brotherhood. We're in what I like to refer to as the world's most famous African village, which is Harlem. I said that in Africa one time and the people started cheering. So we're in Harlem in New York City. I'm also the chairman of the Association of African American Imams here in New York City. And nationally, I'm the vice president of the Muslim Alliance in North America. As of this month, I am in my 3rd year of retirement from 40 years of chaplaincy work in the jails and prisons of New York City and New York State. And I can be reached email, Imam, capital IMAM TALIB, that's one word, Imam Talib at AOL.com. And my office phone number is 212-662-4100.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Next up, we have helping with being a paralegal for GODSU Director, Her Excellency Cairo Dr. Eubanks, UNCSR CLC CEC Chaplain, who's the CEO of Cairo Speaks, Cairo Writes. And we have helping with NFFI JA, Queen Mother, Her Excellency Dr. Dolores Blakely Chaplain, who's the president of New Future Foundation, Inc. And now we have helping with GODSU's app development, Miss Black Florida Talented Teen, the Miss Black USA title holder for the Sunshine State, Sudan A.L. Eubanks, who's the CEO of Sudan Dolls Games and Apps. We have our spiritual supporter, Assistant Dean Dr. Cecilia Wilson Smith Chaplain, founder of the Strong Sisters of Strength SOS Ministries, Inc. And she's also on the God Success Teach and Pray as a co-host. We have the following helping with public relations for GODSU, Assistant Dean Reverend Dr. Lilithia Davis Chaplain, CEO and founder of Dior to Live in Overflow, also a co-host for God Success Teach and Pray, Desnant Dr. Winnie, Desnant Chaplain, who's the CEO of Imani Healthcare Services and the founder of Mother of Nations International, Desnant Dr. Sharon Terry, Chaplain, who's the founder of Lee Max Optical, and we have our Assistant Dean, Dr. Charles Olawale Chaplain, Principal of Consultant at Graffiti Consultant, Inc., and is the Commissioner of Africa to the MFL. And he is also a co-host at the God Success Teach and Pray. We have Reverend Tanisha Miles, Desnant Chaplain, who's the founder and CEO of P31 Women Lifestyle Boutique LLC, Desnant Dr. Michael Johnson Chaplain, who's co-founder of Redefine Unlimited and is a health and fitness coach, followed by Desnant Dr. Kalila Johnson Chaplain, who's the CEO of Redefine Unlimited. We have GODSU Chair, Dr. Nathaniel Kauser Chaplain, who's the author as well as a CEO and founder of Infusion HF 70 Plus LLC. And we have our administrative assistant helping with student outreach, Her Excellency Dr. Arlene Span Chaplain, who is the founder of Arlene Sweats. And we have our WOP, there it is, our Woman of Power. Tonight with us, Dr. Patricia McDougall Chaplain, who is the CEO of Patricia's Professional Photographer, who's the CEO of Patricia's Professional Photos, LLC, and she helps with photography, videography, and she is GODSU's official photographer, and she helped with public relations as well.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure to be here, and welcome to everybody that's here on the GODSU station icon talk show. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. Yes, you want me to tell you a little bit more about myself?
Yes, like a 1 minute introduction. And
oh yes, well, hey, Patricia McDougall on the scene with GODSU family. I'm going to call them Icon Talk. It's a pleasure to be here as a photographer, videographer, and also a media icon. I've been to so many different places all over the world, to include Belize, where I'm from, of course, right? But my GODSU family right here, I do so much for them. And I do a wonderful, I truly enjoy being a part of the GODSU and taking pictures and highlighting and video and etc. But you can find me at Patricia McDougall on the scene at www.patriciamcdougallphotos.com. And I appreciate it being on the show again.
oh, thank you for coming. We appreciate you as well.
Thank you.
Helping with course development, professorship and Public Relations for GODSU. We have Dean Imam Dr. Salahuddin Muhammad, Chaplain, and he is the GODSU Dean of Muslim Studies and is the founder of Muhammad's Marriage and Relationship Services.
Thank you so much. I tell you, it's like when things happen, man, it just happened. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get on, but I'm so happy I'm here. And I see some of my friends there. I see you, Ma'am Talib. I'm so happy to be with you all today. And let me just say this, that GODSU is the place to be because we are all trying to work with our people, and it's important to do that. And I know sometimes we give each other a headache, but it's all right because we love each other. But I am the Dean of Islamic Studies for GODSU. I'm also the co-director of the Speakers Bureau, and I am on the board of GODSU. So this is the work that I'm doing. I'm all about GODSU. That's the global workers of God, which is to me very important. It's right here in my heart. And I am the director, or I am the CEO of Muhammad's Marriage and Relationship Services, because I understand and appreciate that people are going through a lot, especially during the pandemic. Marriages are just going off. The divorce rate is going up higher and higher. Domestic violence. I just heard about somebody having a problem with somebody and just pulling out a gun and killing out the whole family. It's just people tension. They got tension up and they just can't move and they can't do anything. So it's time to take a deep breath and talk to somebody that may be able to help you get through some of the things that you're going through. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can call 914-475-2605. Again, 914-475-2605. Or you can go to imamsalahuddin.com and you can reach me. Once again, I thank you. Thank you so much. My beloved, His Excellency Dakar. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And we have our GODSU Chancellor, the Right Honorable Her Excellency, Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, JD Chaplain, and she helped with being our Chancellor and founding our shows, founding different programs that we're gonna do. Phenomenal. And we have myself helping with administrative work. I am Director, His Excellency Dakar Eubanks, and I am the CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, which is an international graphic company to help you and your company grow. And like our Woman of Power said, we do magazines and we feature her in that edition as well. And not only does it have you featured at your bio, it also has different African Americans throughout history. And we also have the scripture as well. We also done magazines featuring some of our outstanding workers as well. So we definitely want to get that as well. And we also do rings that you see I'm holding up here. We have rings. And we also do GODSU jackets. We do branded jackets that you see some of our outstanding workers have on today. We also do pins as well. And we do banners, flyers, branded golf shirts, as well as business cards, both printed and virtual. And we also can turn your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform. And we want to remind you that we have a upcoming class that teaches you how to monetize Zoom. So because of the pandemic, or because you just like to be able to meet virtually, we'll teach you how to use basic Zoom skills to make money. And you can see that information on the screen. And I want to remind you to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and stick around. We have some messages you're going to love. Thank you for watching.
Technology, social media, the web, Zoom, Businesses, families, friends, lots of people are Zooming. But are they Zooming for profit? Well, you can. Zoom for Profit class sign up going on now. Global Ovid Day Seminary and University
GODSU
will be teaching Zoom for Profit. 3 classes, March 17th, 24th, and 31st from 8 p.m. Eastern Time till 9 p.m. Zoom for Profit skills taught will be Zoom Basics, Zoom Essentials, turning your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform, how to chat in a Zoom meeting, knowledge on recording a Zoom meeting, how to make money during Zoom, and so much more. Zoom for Profit, 3 days, March 17th, March 24th, March 31st, 2021. Zoom for Profit's class prices are as follows. Option 1, $99 per class. Option 2, all 3 classes only $250. Payment methods you could use now to sign up. To pay by Cash App or Apple Pay, 754-260-5157. For PayPal payments, paypal.me/DAKARE. For Zelle payments, 121-000-248. Sign up today for Zoom for Profits. In celebration of African American History Month, Global Ovid Day Seminary and University, GODSU, in the spirit of our ancestors, celebrate our living legend, His Excellency, Dr. Michael B. Roberts, one of the first Black U.S. billion-dollar builders and the first appointed Dean of GODSU, widely acclaimed as one of America's leading and most influential businessmen. Dean Michael's innovative international bestseller, Action Has No Season 2.0, has been converted into a live Zoom 4-week course to be taught along with Her Excellency, Moore-Eubanks, an internationally certified leadership coach. The Action 2.0 course features lessons and proven entrepreneurial strategies to educate entrepreneurs of all ages and will challenge participants to change their mindsets to confront cycles and excuses that show up in life. Conquer and win. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting April 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th on Zoom. Enroll today for $333 and receive your complimentary textbook. To enroll by using Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, 301-326-3191. To register with PayPal, honors@godsu.org, or call us at 1-800-701-0954, extension 120, once you have registered. Starting April 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th. Action has no season.